Hello guys and welcome to another battle report. This is the final game of the Universal Battle Tournament and I'm facing off Highborn Elf. And to start with his list, as you can see, we play the diagonal deployment and you see those two stars on the middle of the field. Those are the objective marker. We're playing the secure objective as a secondary objective. And let's start with his list. He have a eagle, then he have a unit of sword masters, he have a scout unit of grey watchers, a unit of reavers, in front of his sea guards a reaper, and he got a lion guard unit in there. He have a level 4 of white. He got the signature 1, 2, 3 and a 5 of wards and the book of Melendis, which granted him reroll a dice in magic phase, and it was really good this whole game. Then he have his general, nothing special with him. He have a 4 up ward and divine icon, so holy attack to that unit. Otherwise he got a archer unit in that forest. He also have the BSB. He have some item, but most importantly have the bow elo. So he shot like 3 shots, strength 5 up from P 1. He got another unit of reavers, a lion chariot, a reaper, and one more lion chariot. So you can see this is actually after my first movement phase. I have my scouted chameleon skinks, and their plan is with them to just go up and shoot down his eagle, because I don't like chaff flying around. I then have my salamander spitfire, the poisonous tri-scooters, my unit of temple guards with my general. He only have a like 1 up save and the +1 strength sword, so he's cheap. I also put a captain next to them so I can use it as chef if I would ever need to. I got a bunker of skinks with my BSB in it. And now the unit of Saurus warrior, they get the 4 up save with a skink captain in it and spear. I then got another tri-scooters, this one with the last cannon. And my bunker of skink braves with my 2 level 1 priestess in it. One have the scroll, the other one have the ring of fire, and both got the ice blizzard spell. I got the salamander spit venom, a unit of skink skirmisher. This one have blowpipe, I think. A unit of chameleon skinks, and the Taurosaurus with the Angels of the Gods, sharpened horn, and ancient Taurosaur. So all of the good upgrades on him. And you can see here actually not a lot of things happened. I did kill off the eagle, and I'm perfectly okay if his swordmaster want to charge my chameleon skinks. I will just stand and then counter charge with my temple guard next turn, so I'm totally okay with sacrificing both them and even the other chameleon skinks if so necessary. But otherwise I did only kill like 3 grey watchers, because I did get off both the signatures from Path of Light on them, so I did a d6 damage. Then I got off the rubbering miscast, so I lost that item, and the signature, so he suffered 2 d6 strength 4 hit plus a d3 strength 4 hits, and only suffers 2 wounds from that. And the chameleon skinks I think did 1 more wound, and yeah, not much more happened actually. So over to the highborn first turn. Well, you can see here not a lot of things happened. His shooting was very ineffectual. He got off the ballistical buff on his ballista, so he managed to kill 2 of my chameleon skinks, but they were in range of the general, so cold-blooded leadership 10, no worries. I think he tried to cast the missile signature from Path of White, but I dispelled that. And yeah, that's it basically. He tried to shoot with his reaper and grey watchers and archers and stuff, and yeah, it really didn't do much at all actually. So over to the dinosaurs second turn. for the dinosaur's second turn, basically I still play pretty passive, to be honest. I stay away from his units. I back down with my chameleon skinks to avoid charge from his fast cav. I did suffer a misfire on my salamander, so he did suffer a wound. My chameleon skinks couldn't even do 8 wounds to his Grey Watchers. Unfortunately, because he got the signature shot from attribute from Path of White, so he just ignored that hit. My Taurosaur actually were within range of his fast cav. First I used the metal shifting from the altar to take one of them down. Then I actually shot him and he fled through those impasse terrain and suffered one more casualty. Unfortunately, the chariot didn't break because highborn elf have cold blood on, I think, panic check, reform check, and what more did he say? Maybe rally. I don't know. Yeah, he have cold-blooded. Not as good as my cold-blooded, but some kind of cold-blooded. Magic, nothing. Shooting, no, not really. So over to the highborn elf turn 2. So for the highborn elf, not much of a move. His reavers are in front of my of his swordmaster now. He did get off the buff on his reaper. Didn't help, he couldn't hit my chameleon skinks anyway. I think the chameleon skinks got pretty undetected in the sneaky peek we got from the codex, because there were a lot of things that got nerfed, especially since Skinks Hunter got moved to special. I think there is a risk, if they're not nerfed and more now, I haven't seen the complete codex yet, will actually just replace Skink Hunter, because I think they are so much better than Skink Hunter, and you can place them in 5s, and they got hardcover, better ballistic skill, yeah, much better. Probably, I would say, underrated Saurian Ancient unit, but we will see. But anyways, he stands pretty much still. His fast cav rallies, unfortunately. Notable things, he did get off a boosted signature Path of White spell on my Saurian warriors. He killed 3 of them, not too good. Consider I got 4 up save and toughness 4. Yeah, he did get a miscast on that, and his caster suffered a wound, and his, I think, 2 or 3 lion gods died from that. He also get off some attribute here and there. Notable things as well is my Taurosaur have suffered 3 wounds, and you might think, oh, that's from the bolter or something else, but no, that's from the archer shooting, rolling a crap ton of 6s and me rolling a crap ton on 1 and 2s. So the Taurosaur have suffered half of its wound now, unfortunately, and I got no way to heal him up, and that's unfortunate. So for the Saurian Ancient turn 3, my plan here is actually I will I move my chameleon skinks forward. My hope is both his fast cav and his swordmaster charge me, because I'm luring him in with a lot of the salamander to get into the flank or front or whatever with my temple guards. And I put down the phlegm template from the salamander and shooting. I should have done more damage. I think I rolled pretty abysmal, so I didn't kill too much. I did actually get off the blizzard spell on the swordmaster because I wanted him to get the -1 leadership, so we will fail a panic test, but he didn't even have to take a panic check, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'm scared of his lion chariot, because I think, I might be mistaken, but they have double wounds against large monster and strength 6 great weapon, so I'm not willingly sending my Taurosaur into those boogers. And yeah, You can see my level 1 priest got a miscast, rolled a 4 on a 4 dice, so he killed like, yeah, dozen skinks, perhaps a little bit less, and he suffers a wound. So that's the dinosaur turn, and you can see we're still staying pretty much away from each other. For the highborn elf, turn 3. What he did, his lion chariot, that is the most forward, charges my chameleon skinks. I of course choose to flee because it's risky, and I got exactly what I wanted down to the left. He charged with one unit charge the chameleon skinks and the other one charges the other chameleon skinks, and you can see this. He actually told me after the game he couldn't see this, but it's kind of hard to foresee that my temple guard could just charge his fast cab and then overrun into his swordmaster, and that will be very nice for me. Otherwise, Sea got reformed to shoot, didn't do much, even though we got the political buff on them. I think he killed a temple guard, maybe. Yeah, that's his turn. The Reaper didn't do much. I think actually my skink are severely reduced, and I think that's because of he got off the signature from Path of Light. I really cannot dispel, and since she can reroll a die every turn, it's easy for him to get it through. I think actually this turn I told 7 dice versus his 4, and I filled it anyway, so yes, just rolling a crap ton of 1s and 2s, unfortunately. So my skink bunker is taking some heavy losses. So for the Saurian Ancient, turn 4, pretty much still stay away from him. My Taurosaur used the metal shifting to kill off one more fast cav, but he still sticked. My chameleon skink rallies. My skink unit tried to get away by swift reforming away from his to get behind cover, but it didn't work so well because I think I failed the swift reform, so I just did a reform. Otherwise, you can see the temple guards got into the swordmaster. I only hit him with 2 guys, my skin captain and my Saurian warlord. He couldn't wound my Saurian warlord, and my skin captain is like a tank, so we only suffer a wound from the swordmaster. He killed off the salamander, but my lord killed off 3 swordmaster. I have a charge. I think he also have a charge. I have 2 more ranks than him, and I charged down from a hill, so I got up by 3. He ran off the board, and that's the dinosaurs turn 4. Highborn elf turn 4. Yeah, you can see he moved around a bit. I think I stopped his magic, but in the shooting phase he did make my bunker panic and run away, which causes the chameleon skink to run away from the closest units, which was the reverse up in top. That causes the Triscutus to fail a panic check, and he ran away from the closest unit from him was the lion chariot. So now my top flank was actually running, and we have some pretty good laugh at me just measuring around, rolling panic check and everything, just running away. But otherwise his turn was pretty much uneventful. His Reapers didn't do much this turn either. I think his Reaper was probably some of his biggest disappointment. He actually told me after the game that the Swordmaster were, but yeah, the Reaper is in close second, I would say. So that's actually his turn 4. So over to the dinosaur turn 4. Saurian Ancient turn 5. Not much happened. Me hiding behind a hill with my dinosaur and my salamander. The dinosaur actually used the metal shifting to kill off his fast cap, and they run off the board, which was very, very appreciated. I then also got off, yeah, not much. My temple guard marches forward because it was kind of a long shot to get into the sea god. yeah, otherwise not much, no magic, no nothing. Pretty much stay away from him actually. And yeah, over to the highborn elf, turn 5. Highborn elf, turn 5. He did get off without the resistible. I saved all my dice for it. Get off the signature Path of White onto my skink bunker, and yeah, he did kill them. Other thing notable, he pushes up his lion chariot, which I think was kind of a mistake because now my torso can see it a bit, but maybe it was just a good trick of his part. He did get a buff, extra movement, initiative, weapon skill, and ballistic skill on his sea gods, but I don't really bother with that. Reaper didn't do much. I think the sea gods managed to kill some of my skink bunker with help from the Reaper bolters. Mate, depending on at least one of them shoot at my skink skirmish, but didn't do much. And yeah, that's highborn elf, turn 5. So for the dinosaurs, turn 6. The Pterosaur charged the flank of his white lion chariot. He fled, but I did manage to catch him and ended up as you can see him. My temple guard first charged his sea god, then they run away. I redirect after a lot of thinking into his white lions. I didn't even remember that he had his general in for this, so I just redirect into white lion, thinking that I could take out his mage. I'm unbreakable, he can probably not kill me. Unbreakable, I'm steadfast because I'm bodyguard. And yeah, that's it. Otherwise I stay back with my Saurian spear to hold the objective. BSB plus kings move behind the hill to get cover. Otherwise, yeah, pretty much stay away. You should remember, if I do some stupid things here, it is a pretty funny story. We're playing, he's in New Zealand, and I thought I'm free this Friday, so I thought, oh yeah, let's just have a game. I go up in the morning. How much time different can it be from Sweden to New Zealand? 6-8 hour approximately, but that's not true because it's 11 hour. So he got off at 4 o'clock in his time. That's like 6 o'clock in my time. So yeah, this was very early in the morning, and I didn't even thought about this until the night before this game. So it was kind of hard to start playing in the morning, but with a cup of coffee, it was manageable and a very good game. So let's move over to the highborn elf final turn. So for the final turn of the game, well, he rallies both his troops, unfortunately. He then tried to shoot on my Tarzar, and I think that was why he lured with his lion chariot forward my Tarzar. And I actually hope my toughness 6 and 3 up save would protect me. We were actually, he did get off the boosted white signature spell on him. Did a wound, I passed my armor. Then he shoots his Reaper, and they didn't do anything. And he shot his Archer, they didn't do anything. And the final thing he did was shoot with his BSB, and he did a wound, unfortunately. So that's it. That's the game. It ended up being, I took from him 649 and he took from me 750 or something like that. He won by 100 point. And we both have a objective each, so we got those 500 points. So the game ended up I scoring a 1149 and he scored a 1250. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. This was a very funny game, even though it was crap early in the morning. And yeah, if you have any question, put them below and I will try to answer them as soon as I can. If you have any complaint about my tactics, I will still blame it. It's early in the morning. Feel free to like and start subscribing if you want to see more of this. Have a nice one.